I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back. So they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Now I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are looking to buy the cheapest and most reliable Madden coins on the market, head over to buymaddencoins.com. They guarantee a 5-minute delivery on all purchases and offer 24/7 customer support. Use code MAZE at checkout for 10% off. So, kind of wanted to address something before we get into the video. There's been quite a few rumors going around about me and my channel, and frankly, I never thought I'd have to make a video like this, kind of addressing these types of things. You know, people are saying a lot of stuff. You guys might have heard it, you might not have, but I just want to get everything on the table for, you know, those who enjoy my videos and like to watch my content. But people, you know, they're saying things like, that guy Mazomatic, he's got a fat cock. I heard it's 8 inches. I hear all subscribers have fat wieners too. Now, I don't really know why these things are being said about me and my subs, but I can confirm one thing, that it is absolutely true. So if that takes a weight off anybody's chest, if they were wondering, 100% facts. Okay. Getting into the actual content, guys, sorry to start on such a sullen note, but today is the day, the long-awaited Raiders ebook. This is going to be part 1 of my free Raiders offensive ebook. We're going to be doing it in the same format that I did the Miami Dolphins ebook. So I did that one over 4 parts. I think this one's going to be 4 or 5 as well. So expect 4 or 5 videos over the coming weeks. Again, this is part 1. Before we get into any content, though, the best and worst comments of the day. The best comment of the day comes from Franklin, who said, "When is the Raiders ebook coming out?" Isn't that ironic that I chose a comment asking about the ebook on the ebook? That's pretty funny, guys. The worst comment of the day comes from Peyton Harwell, who said 1220, dude on the left was wide the fuck open. Alright, Peyton, you know, I'm gonna hope Harwell is your middle name and your last name is Manning, because that's the only Peyton that I'll take this shit from. Let me just get in my time machine and fucking go back and throw it to the dude at 1220, you idiot. God, what is the point of that comment? What do you... Here we are, guys, in practice mode, and you might notice I'm using the Minnesota Vikings once again. So in my last ebook, I was using the Vikings as well. The reason is the same. Adam Thielen has Slot Apprentice, and on my Ultimate Team, I use Slot Apprentice. I also use Michael Vick with Escape Artist. So it would have been nice to have a QB with Escape Artist, but I think that the Slot Apprentice is a little bit more important. So if you guys are running the offense the exact same way I want to show it to you, I would recommend using Slot Apprentice too. I have Randy Moss. Another free one you can get if you can't get Randy Moss on your Ultimate Team is Torrey Holt. He's free for everybody, and he's a great receiver, so use him if you can't get Moss. So we're going to start off this ebook with one of my favorite formations, and it's something I actually just started running recently, and it is I form close. There are a few very, very good run plays out of here that could be the staple of your offense. And then once your opponent is in his run defense, really trying to stop that run, there's some great pass plays in there. Because as you guys know, it's really, really difficult to stop a good pass play out of a run defense. So when you're in this formation, they're going to have to be in their run defense, or else you're going to jam it down their throat. Pause. But in terms of personnel, you're going to want Adam Thielen, or whoever you have, Torrey Holt, Randy Moss, whoever your slot apprentice wide receiver is, keep him out on the right side. If you put him on the left, you're just going to have to flip the play. So it's a little bit easier just to have him on the right side. Getting into the audibles you want out of this formation, the first one is halfback stretch, the second one is halfback ISO. Those are the 2 run plays that I said are going to be the staple of this offense. The third is PA tight end leak, and the fourth is wide receiver out. I'll just show you guys what those look like, the play arts. The first is halfback stretch right there, then the second is halfback ISO at the top, then the third is PA tight end leak. This is my favorite pass play out of this entire playbook, and then the last one is going to be wide receiver out. So to start, we're going to go over the run plays. I'm going to give you guys a few details, a few tips and tricks to make these much more effective. There's not much that needs to be said about run plays, but I'm going to get into the run plays first. In terms of defense, we're going to go against 3-4 edge blitz 1. This is probably the most popular run defense right now, and that's how everybody likes to set it up. There is a video on my channel if you want to learn how to run this run defense, but right now we're going to talk about offense. So taking a look at the offensive play, it's halfback stretch to the right. Halfback stretch is a zone run, which means everybody's going to basically just block the man in front of them or whoever's in their zone. That makes stretch or any zone run all about numbers. If they have more defenders than you have blockers, chances are your run is not going to do well. However, if you do have more blockers, you're going to get a huge gain. So the goal here is to run the ball where the defense is not. It's a little more tricky than it seems, though, because if you look on the right, we got five blockers, and then on defense, they have 5 defenders, and then if we count this user, they pretty much have 6. So if we run it to the right, my guess is this run play is going to get stopped, and as you can see, we get a couple yard gain. But you never know in Madden 20. You never know when you're going to break a big one. But odds are, if they have extra bodies in there, they're going to shut you down. Now, you might be saying, all right, if we don't have an advantage in numbers to the right, let's just flick our right stick and run the ball to the left. But because we don't have a tight end on the left, we are still at a disadvantage, even though there are less defenders. Now, you might be saying, okay, you're a dumbass. Let's just flip the play. But because it's man-to-man run defense, if we flip the play, that defender is going to follow him. And it's just as if we were running it to the right. It is the same number situation. You might be, all right, Mazomatic, you're pissing me off. What are you talking about? There is a little secret. If it is man-to-man run defense and you flick your stick to the left, you're not flipping the play, and then you motion the tight end, you're going to see that defender initially follows but then goes back to his home assignment. Now this gives us a +1 advantage running the ball to the left. So you can see we do get there. There is a hole. The user might have plugged up that hole, but you can see the blocking was much more clean. There were no unblocked defenders in there clogging holes and stuff like that, and you're going to have much more success in the run game. Okay, so that's how you can basically use a motion and flipping the play to your advantage against a man-to-man run defense. Now, it is not always going to be man-to-man run defense. If they are in a zone run defense, those defenders are not going to follow across the field, which makes it even easier. All you got to do is flip the play, and you're going to see that defender no longer follows your tight end, and now you can run it where the defense is weakest. And that's all I really need to say about the run plays, guys, is run the ball where the defense is weakest, and there's a number advantage for you. You're always looking for a number advantage in the run game, because the majority of the time, you might not realize it, when your runs get blown up, it's just because there was an unblocked defender coming in free. So if you can adjust your advantage to where there's no unblocked defenders, you're going to have much more success. It's that simple. Now, the next run play I'm going to get into is halfback ISO. Once again, we're going against the exact same run defense, edge blitz 1, and set it up like so. Now, what I like to do is halfback ISO is going to be ground and pound, get yourself a few extra yards. Then stretch is going to be when you're going for, like 1st and 2nd down. If it's 3rd and 2, I'm going halfback ISO. I use Michael Vick. He's a lefty. And if you guys didn't know, this is another little tip. If you have a righty and you're running any dive or run play up the middle, a right-handed quarterback is going to hand off the ball way faster to his right. A left-handed quarterback is going to hand it off faster to his left. So when you're running an up-the-middle run play, time is of the essence. If it's taking too long to hand off the ball, you're going to get blown up in the backfield and not get the yards you need. So if I'm using Kirk Cousins, I'm going to hand off the ball to the right. If I'm using Michael Vick or Steve Young, I'm going to hand off the ball to the left. Right now, I'm using Kirk Cousins. I'm going to run the ball to the right. The other biggest advice I can give when running this run play is to not hold down sprint until you're out of the traffic and into the open field. There's a couple reasons for this. The first is you are much more agile when you're not holding sprint, so it's going to help you weave through holes better, and you're also not going to run into your own blockers and kind of get tripped up. The second is, and this one is kind of hard to explain, but the defense always gets way better block sheds when you are holding down sprint. I can't explain why, but anytime I run the ball, I do not hold down sprint until I'm out of the traffic and in the open field. The defense takes better pursuit angles. They get better block sheds. You can see if I was holding sprint there, he probably would have tackled me, and I can't really explain why that is. But you're essentially going to run this ball and look for an open hole. Every now and then they're going to blow you up in the backfield, but for the most part, you're going to be guaranteed 2 to 3 yards. And then sometimes you're going to break it for even bigger, like there I get about 15. But again, not much needs to be said about this play other than know what hand your quarterback likes to hand off with. So is he a righty or is he a lefty? And then don't hold down sprint until you're out in the open field. Other than that, every now and then you're going to be able to bounce a big one just like that. But for the most part, that is my ground and pound run. So those are the run plays I like to use. The pass plays I like to use are wide receiver out and PA tight end leak. PA tight end leak is my favorite pass play. It is a one-play touchdown with no adjustments whatsoever against any coverage. And then wide receiver out is going to be another staple I use just to pick up medium yardage. So I'm going to start with wide receiver out. I'm going to save that other one till the end. And then on defense, we're going to start with, let's say, a cover 3. So I'm going to respot the ball here to give us some more room. So this is what our base play is going to look like on offense. And there are a lot of different ways you can set up this play. I'm going to go over all of them right now. On defense, we are in a 3-4 cover 3. Like I said, your opponent is going to be in their run defense still because they don't know if you're running halfback stretch or you're going to pass the ball. So if they're not in their run defense, you are going to jam it down their throat. Pause. But if they are in their run defense, you have the opportunity to pass it and dot them up. So let's just say it's a 3-4 cover 3. We're going to press here. And on offense, the one thing that's always going to be constant in this play, I'm always going to put Diggs on a little baby hitch right there. So to do that, that's triangle, square, and then R2 is going to be that hitch. Now the reason is Diggs is going to pull down any kind of flat, and Rudolph is going to get behind it, and no deep zone is going to cover Rudolph. So if we block everyone else, let's just look at Diggs and Rudolph. Doesn't matter if it's a cover 3, cover 2, what it is. You see, he's going to get open on the sideline there. And that's going to be perfect. Now, you might say, hey, a user is probably going to cover that, right? It's pretty simple. That is probably going to happen. But if that is the case, that is why we have Thielen on the backside on a corner route. So if the user does cover it, then Thielen will be open on the corner route. If not, you saw there are 2 zones occupied by that hitch. That is the most important thing. Looking at this hitch, the reason it's so important is you can see there are 2 zones, a hook zone and a curl flat, both being occupied by a baby hitch. And that is going to take them completely out of the play. Now, if they are not occupying him, meaning they are blitzing, because sometimes this linebacker is going to blitz, sometimes this linebacker is going to blitz. This is your check down. You're going to throw this immediately when they're blitzing because you're going to hike the ball and throw it. I'm going to show you guys an example of that. So let's say the defense looks something like this. They are blitzing all their linebackers. And then on offense, like I said, you got Diggs on the baby hitch, right? And let's say you're not blocking your fullback or anything like that. You are going to hike the ball and throw it just like that. Diggs, you are a fucking idiot. Let's try that again, but when you see their linebackers, those 2 middle linebackers come down and blitz, you know you gotta hit your hot read. So right there we got Diggs. Ideally, I would like to lowball that. If you don't have time, just throw it. But lowballing is going to give him a better rack animation and make him catch it a lot better. I don't know why, but again, we're going to blitz all our linebackers. So let's say your opponent's blitzing heavy. Again, a little lowball there. He's gonna get better possession, and sometimes your opponent's going to miss a hit stick. It doesn't matter. You're going to take the 6-7 yards you're going to get. Because if they're blitzing, you're going to get 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. They're going to have to stop blitzing. And then if their user goes over there, let's blitz again. Let's just say their user comes down here to cover that hitch, all right? All right, guess who you got? Quick throw to Rudolph, all right? And then again, that's another huge gain. So it is really a blitz beater, okay? So that's what's going to happen if your opponent blitzes. If they don't blitz, like I said, you got Rudolph on the post, Diggs on the hitch. On the backside, I'm going to put Thielen on a corner route. So now you have 2 flood concepts essentially. If they're playing back on the corner route, you can throw it in the flats and hit your fullback. I recommend putting a second running back at fullback. So in my Mutt team, I have Bo Jackson right here instead of a fullback. If you do have a Koye, he's also really good. He's fast. And you can also motion out your fullback like this. So again, we know he's gonna play back, but if you can swerve catch this, get a better animation. You got another 6-7. All right. Now, if they're gonna come down and play that in like a hard flat or something else, then you know that corner route's gonna be open. Okay. So again, the exact same play setup, and you just hit Thielen on the sideline, possession catch. That's gain of 15. Now again, guys, this is only one way I run this play. Again, it's Thielen on a corner, and then Diggs on a baby hitch. My main read is going to be, I want Rudolph on the post. That's my favorite throw. If you have a fast tight end like Kittle, you can catch it with a lot of space. On defense, I'm going to show you against a cover 2. It plays the exact same. So again, against cover 2, we're going to do the same thing here. If we get the time. Kittle right there, whoever that is, Rudolph, Kittle, doesn't matter. It's going to be a big gain. And then something else I love against a cover 2 as well is if you wait on this corner route from Thielen. Again, this is against a cover 2. So on offense, we have the same exact play setup. Defense, we got a cover 2. Watch what happens here. You wait a little bit, pass lead that up, and that's going to be a huge gain. That's going to be like 30+ yards. So I'm sure that one more time against cover 2. You see we got a cloud flat out there. Most of the time they're going to press something like that. And then on offense, we're going to do the same setup. Diggs on a hitch, Thielen on a corner. And again, if you wait long enough and pass lead up, look at that. That is a gain of like 35 yards on one pass play. And again, guys, this is on top of you already running the ball a shit ton. Now again, we're going to set up the same. Let's say his user goes over there and his user's playing it really well. Then maybe you want to put Ham on a streak, motion to the side right here, and then you can throw it to him quickly. Watch this. That's a gain of a solid 10 to 12 yards. Now here's an alternative setup for you guys. If you put Thielen on an out route instead of corner, and then you put your fullback on a wheel route, all right? And then again, baby hitch Diggs over there. Watch how this plays. Pass lead that inside. He's got some space. And like I said, if that's Bo Jackson or you have another really good running back, and that's your running back number 2 catching it, then you guys are in luck because he's going to take that. But that's essentially how you guys are going to run this play. But again, I'm going to put Thielen on the out route, or I'll put him on a flat route, one of the two. And then you put your fullback or running back 2, whoever that is, on a wheel route. And that's what that's going to look like. You can motion him out there. Pass lead inside. And what that means is you take your left stick, and while you're throwing the ball, you put it to the inside. And that's basically going to get pretty open. So, guys, him being on an out or flat, he's going to take the curl flat, hard flat, whatever it is, and they're going to run to the flat. Then that's going to leave a huge space right around the 30-yard line, and your guy's going to wheel it up and catch it right in that soft spot. All right, so that's essentially how that read works. And then if they user that, you have this whole left of the field wide open. Now, the reason it works so good is because there is no zone that is inherently going to cover the post route from your tight end. So you have a right side of the field read and a left side of the field read. You're going to throw to whatever side the user is not, if that makes sense. Going against the next play, which is, again, my favorite play in the entire game, PA tight end leak. All right, and then on defense, we'll start against cover 3. I'll show you against the various coverages. So here's a play, guys. I always want to run the deep post going from the wide side of the field to the short side. There are 2 reasons for that. One, the deep post is going to be your one-play touchdown against any coverage. If they do not defend the one-play touchdown, obviously you're going to take it. If they do defend the one-play touchdown, Thielen is running this post route that goes all the way across the field. There's no zone that can cover that. So you want to give him more space. So that's why I always like to run it wide side of the field to the short side. Now, I'm going to show you guys the one-play touchdown first. Again, no adjustments. That's the play as stock as it comes out. And then on defense, we got to cover 3. All right. We are getting mauled on the offensive line. But as you can see, even Kirk Cousins with noodle arm and no escape artist makes that throw for a one-play touchdown. Let's take a look at the replay there. Imagine this with Michael Vick, 99 throw power, 97 speed. He's getting out of there with escape artist. So basically, the reason this works is this corner route from your tight end is going to occupy this deep third right here. And because of that, on the backside of the post, he's going to get in that little soft spot right there. Now, you're going to want to pass lead this at like 3 o'clock directly to the sideline so it can let your wide receiver run away from the free safety. If you don't click on and run, sometimes that free safety is going to catch up. But I found this one-play touchdown works really well. It is my favorite play. Again, no adjustments. I will run it one more time. If we can get the time, that's the hardest part, getting the time. 3 o'clock. Good throw, Kirk Cousins. And as you can see, Stephon Diggs isn't even slowing this either. And he's getting open. Now, that is against a cover 3. Now, what we're going to say is if they do defend the one-play touchdown, if you guys didn't know, to stop a cover 3 beater, just turn your outside thirds into a deep half instead. Now, you don't have to do both, just the side that they're beating you on. So I'm going to turn that one into a deep half. Now watch what happens is corner route gets absolutely butt naked open. Easy money right there. That's an easy throw if they are defending it. Now, if both of those are covered, you can actually, let's just pretend both of them are covered. You can wait, roll out to this right here, and there's no zone in the game that is going to cover that from Thielen. Now, I want to show you guys something else. There is a reason that this is so wide open. So let's take a look at the instant replay here. All right. This deep post is actually pushing off this deep third. So this is clearing out a ton of space in this area. And because of that, this post is deep enough that there is no zone on this side that is going to cover this deep post. And this is a beautiful play because your opponent's going to be all worried about a one-play touchdown, and then you just wait. You got this post on the other side. Now, if they defend the one-play touchdown by deep halving, let's say they deep half that right side of the field, and then their user is going to be, if I can go on defense, the user is going to be covering the post. All right, let's just pretend that that's the case. Then, like I said, you throw that corner route. All right. Right side right there. You throw that corner route. If you have a good tight end, it should be a no-brainer, easy money throw. Now, if they happen to defend all of those things, then your flat's going to be wide open with the fullback, all right? And that is if they defend everything else. That is your last read. But, guys, this is my favorite play. Now, I want to show you guys something else. If they are blitzing a lot, that might be something you guys are worried about. Let's blitz everyone. You can do one of 2 things. You can keep everybody out there and try to route up your opponent. So let's say you see those linebackers blitz, throw a quick read to your tight end, That's one way to do it. If the user covers a tight end, throw it to the other wide receiver right there. Because they're both in so tight, those are throws your quarterback can make very easily. So again, let's say they're blitzing everybody, and the first read you wanted was a tight end. Let's say the user goes there. Again, you should never have play action on here. The next read, you can also throw it tight right there to your wide receiver. If they are blitzing everyone, that means that the middle of the field is going to be wide open. And then there are 2 vertical routes you can hit. A user is not able to cover the tight end and the wide receiver on the post on the left. So you can throw both of those really quick if they blitz. Another option you can do is put your tight end on a check and release and then just block your block both your running back and your fullback. That's going to give you some more time. And again, the only route you really need, you can see there's nothing on the field that can cover that. There's nothing. If you have a good quarterback, you have everything, you can roll out, you can hit that all day. This play is beautiful. Now, let's say your opponent switches to a cover 2. So, okay, so you see 2 high safeties. It is a cover 2. All you gotta do is motion digs out, and the play works exactly the same. This one is a little bit harder to beat, and I don't know if I can do it with Kirk Cousins because he doesn't have a very strong arm. But we're gonna try our best. If you see 2 high safeties, that means it's either a cover 2 or a cover 4 usually. Again, all you gotta do is motion out digs, and the play is gonna work exactly the same. Forgot to cancel my play action. But again, if you can see there, Kirk Cousins does make it happen. And again, if you can make it happen with Kirk Cousins, he's not fast, he does not have a strong arm, then you can make it happen with anybody. So again, cover 2 or cover 4. Motion this guy out. And again, it is a 1-play touchdown. And then if they do defend the 1-play touchdown, see if I can get it one more time. Beautiful. Kirk Cousins, what a throw. Now, if they do defend the 1-play touchdown, so we're going to go back to a cover 2. It is not hard to defend a 1-play touchdown. Do not always try to hit them with a 1-play touchdown. It will not work very well. But if they do defend it, so let's say they put a middle third out there. The 1-play touchdown does now not work. Your reads are the same as they were before. I'm gonna block that in because he's coming off the edge. You wait on him. Pass, lead him up. Wide open, guys. And look at, you can even, if he's fast, Thielen's not super fast, but if he is fast, you can take that. That was a gain of like 45, okay? And that's because he's like, oh, I got him beat. I defended the 1-play touchdown. No, not today, buddy. Not today. You wait on that post route. It's beautiful. If the post is covered, let's say the post is covered. I was going to say throw that corner route, but the cloud flat defended it. If I came down and pressed the corners, which a lot of people do, he wouldn't have defended it. Let's press the corners. Cover 2. All right, let's see if we can hit this corner route to Rudolph. You see at the very end there, guys, the very end, I timed it perfectly. This is a dangerous throw to make. He bit on the flat. So this corner route is all about waiting. You see he runs a corner route. The cloud is defending him. You can't throw this right now or it's going to get picked off. The last second, right before I threw it, he takes, see that back foot planted? He takes 1 step forward at the flat. And then that's all I needed to throw it, and boom, on the sideline, another gain of like 30. Now, I turned off my camera, and I forgot to show this, but against a cover 4, this works as well. So let's say they're in cover 4 drop show 2. Again, it's the same as a cover 2. All you do is motion out that guy, and it turns into a 1-play touchdown. If we drop back with Kirk Cousins. Beautiful throw, and great catch. 1-play touchdown against cover 4. And then once again, the reads are the same, guys. If they are, the only way to stop this out of cover 4 is if they user that 1-play touchdown. So they're going to have to user one of their safeties and follow, and that's going to enable the post route to get wide open over here. As you can see right there. Boom. Same reads. This play is beautiful. I fucking love it. Let's go. Like I said, though, the bread and butter of this offense is going to be the run plays, okay? So you really want to run the ball a lot to set up your pass plays. Do not just go for a 1-play touchdown every time, or you're going to take a lot of sacks. That is where I fail the most. And you guys can see we're in a cover 3, and we're just pounding it on them. Pounding it down their throat. Pause. But this is a formation that can really be the staple. If you utilize motions, you utilize all that good stuff, there's a lot of things you can do. So I hope you guys did enjoy part 1 of the ebook. There will be more parts coming soon. If you did like it, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know if you guys would like me to change any style, like the style of the way I'm doing the ebook to help your understanding. I can definitely change up the way I present the information and stuff. But that is part 1. Again, leave a like if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.
Now I'm on the outside.